In this lesson, we'll add sort of the rear fender and taillight detail. And so this is going to be this piece right back here. And if we take a look at this in the rear, this is what it looks like kind of in the back. So to begin with, I'm going to just start with a simple box. And I'm going to start it underneath the seat. So let's go ahead and draw out our box. Just a simple box. Give it a little bit of width. And then from the top, I'm going to go ahead and center the pivot. Okay. And I'll drop this into the middle there. Okay. And we go ahead and scale it out a little bit. You can see I've just got this, the seat and the frame kind of referenced. You can see they're frozen. So we can't modify those. So I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this up into position underneath the seat. Okay, kind of narrow that down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and push this out. And I want to add a little bit of resolution in here, so some segments. Let's actually add them along the width. Okay, and then we can come in and convert to an editable poly and just modify the shape a little bit. So I'll just kind of change it to follow the seat a little bit more. Okay, so you get something like that. Now as we come out here, I'm going to go ahead and modify this to be where this tail light's going to come from. Okay, and then this, I can go ahead and start to bring out the geometry for the rest of this. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up to the base here. Okay, and then I can use these polygons here to start extruding the rest of this out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do an extrude. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and take this and just move it into position here. Just kind of scale that down a little bit. Put it right at that corner. Okay, this is also going to narrow down a little. If we take a look at that image, kind of narrow down and then actually widen out just a little bit. So we'll go ahead and narrow that down. Go ahead and extrude again. Okay, and this time we'll go ahead and bring this kind of up to the end here. And this time we'll kind of scale that out just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to be bringing one of the taillights out of here. Okay, so we can go ahead and just do an inset on that, a small amount. Something like that. And let's actually bevel that out. So take the height down, take the outline amount, and get some sort of a light out of that. Okay, we need to add a little bit of resolution right in here to be able to extrude this out. So rather than using our connect, I'm going to just use cut straight across there, or cut down actually. So either way would work. I'm sorry, not cut, but quick slice. A little bit quicker. And so then I can go ahead and take this polygon. Let me get out of that quick slice. Go ahead and take these polygons. Yeah, it looks like we got a little extra edge in there. That's okay. Take this polygon and go ahead and just bevel this out. Okay, and I'll just bring that down. And so just using this one piece of geometry, we can start to just extrude all of these other little pieces out of this. Alright. And up here we're going to have these sort of lights that we need to extrude in. So I'm going to go ahead and inset this top section here. Say OK to that. Let's go ahead and now just extrude that slightly down and in. Okay. And then I want to add some resolution across here. So I'm going to take this edge, select the ring, okay, and let's go ahead and do connect. And I'm going to add several edges here. So this will also help to kind of tighten this whole thing up. Okay, and I also want to add some edges right along the sides but I'll do that in a minute. And now I'll go ahead and take these two and extrude them up. Okay, so you get something like that, and then these two as well, all together. Go ahead and extrude that up. Okay, and then anywhere you want to have kind of a hard edge, you want to go ahead and add that now. Because if we smooth this, you're familiar with the edges getting all doughy. So we can come in here with our ring select, go ahead and do connect, and we can add this one edge that we can then slide around. Okay, same thing on the other side. Okay, you probably want to come in here around this area. Go ahead and select that ring. And we probably want to do two on this one, one on each side. So we'll go ahead and pinch that out. Okay. And then just come in and do the same thing down here. Now for this light, if we take a look at this and see this light kind of right down here. So let's go ahead and now take this edge right here, these edges. We'll go ahead and do connect. We'll add one right in the middle. Okay, or right out here. And then we can use this, go ahead and chamfer that a very small amount in several segments. Okay, and then we can go ahead and take this middle one, select the loop, and then go ahead and scale that in. That can be our light, our outer light. Now we still may want to come in, depending on how this looks when it's smooth, we still may want to come in and add some resolution here to kind of tighten these sides up. Okay, so it's still kind of doughy. So we can still come in and add more resolution in here. Okay, so you go ahead and select maybe these edges in here. Go ahead and select the ring and then connect that. You slide this out more towards the outside and then do the same thing over here on that side, and you can start to get some more detail in there. Up here, you probably want to tighten up this light. So we'll do connect and we'll just slide that out to both ends. Okay, so you can start to kind of tighten this whole thing up a little bit. All right, and you can see down here it kind of just goes underneath this frame, and it kind of thins out down here. So you could always come in and take some of these vertices and just kind of move those in, thin this whole thing out a little bit. And you can really add as much detail to this as you want. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue shoring up the edges a little bit more, but I think that's fairly close to what we want. And in the next lesson, we'll go ahead and add the little taillights to this. So these little guys sticking off here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that in the next lesson.